they're scrolling through social media like a homeless person or like whatever you are doing right now. It's like I have this one urge to be like them, to turn myself into a successful human being. It's like a motivation, but it is not, believe me. Let me tell you one thing. You don't have to get an A plus in every subject. You don't have to be rich at 30 years of age. You don't have to be good at everything. You don't have to find a boyfriend or girlfriend next year. You don't have to find a part-time job because all your friends already have one. You don't have to feel left behind. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to cry. It is okay to fail. It is okay to be normal. Turns out, nobody cares about your life. It's your own. You're the one in control. You're the one who have to be grateful for it. You don't have to follow anything. You don't have to be good at everything. Just happy with what you have right now. Like brownies that you guys share today, you have to be grateful for it. Eat it with smile. Because look at you. You have everything you need, and that is you. Smile, breathe, laugh with friends, go out with family, watch a movie together, have fun. You haven't even done your laundry yet, your homework, and you're thinking about being a billionaire at 30 years? Come on. Focus on what could be done for the next 24 hours. Focus on yourself. Don't do something because anybody. Don't be a slave to your own life. Take control. Take your time. Everyone has their own timeline. There's someone who just met the love of their life at the age of 50. There's someone who just got their first job at the age of 39. There's someone who apparently just know that you have to click volume button and the power button to take a screenshot. You don't have to be like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and that many rich, successful people. You just have to be you. Be grateful. I'm not convincing you to be lazy, of course. I'm telling you to slow down. Being successful takes time. You can find it in one single place. Build up your life, brick by brick, step by step, one at a time. As of what I said earlier about that you shouldn't care about someone's opinion, I mean, people are sometimes a dumb creature. Why should you care about their opinion? Wear what you want to wear. Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Love what you want to love. People often forget about all of that because they are the main character of their own stories. Live their own bubble, their own universe, and so do you. They'll forget, believe me. Like, I'm talking to you right now, you're probably gonna forget what I'm saying anyway. So, say what you wanna say. Like, if you make one mistake, nobody will even remember it until tomorrow or maybe just the next 1 hour. So make mistakes, lots of mistakes. Fail as many times as you want. Fail if you have to. But don't forget to wake up, run, chase what you want to chase. So my point here, if you are getting a bit confused or you are doing everything not because of yourself, but for someone else's attention, do it because that's what you really want and need. Do it for you. Find your glorious purpose. Then, lastly, I have one last message for all of us. For our next presenters, I can only say one thing. You got this. Say what you want to say. Don't be afraid. Embrace your ideas. As for all of you, I will leave you with one single note from a movie called Ferris Bueller Days Off. He says that life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I'm Lutfi Masai. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you
Fail if you
Lutfi
have
for such a
But don't
motivating
forget to wake
speech,
up.
yeah.
Run.
I want to say something about this. So, in the era of social media, my message for you, don't compare yourself to others. I really agree with what Lutfi says. It's not a rush. Everyone has their own time. What you need to compare yourself to is only and only yourself before now. Yeah? So only compare yourself with your prior self, not with others. Okay? All right. So next, let's move on to our next speaker, Miss Amel. Time is yours. Give applause to Amel.
Check, check. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In today's occasion, we're going to discuss about Indonesians' education and young generation's role to developing a quality of Indonesians' education. Education has a central role in the development of a nation. Education can form a strong and high quality of generation. Education can shape a person's values and character. Also, education contributes to the development of a morally upright citizens by laying a foundation of ethics and moral principles. Additionally, education can foster original and creative thoughts. And also, people can learn about problem solving, critical thinking, and generate new ideas through education and inquiry. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about education, of course, it cannot be separated from the quality of the education itself. In Indonesia, the educational sector faces various problems that requires serious attention to solve and manage it. What are the problems? The first one is inequality in access to education. There are still inequality in access to education, especially in interior and remote areas. Children in these areas may have limited facilities, limited access, underqualified teachers, and also a curriculum that does not meet the students' needs. And the second one is the quality of education. The quality of education, despite the progress, the quality of education in Indonesia is still a challenge. Many schools in Indonesia, especially in rural areas, have limited facilities and underqualified teachers, and also limited access and limited teachers training, right? And the third one is lack of parental involvement. The parental involvement in Indonesians' education is often lacking. Many schools in Indonesia, especially in rural areas, may have difficulties in achieving adequate educational facilities. And an effective education must have collaboration between the schools and families. The fourth one is lack of financial resources. In Indonesia, there are still many schools have experience in limited financial resources. This can affect of the availability of books, learning equipment, and also teachers training. And the last one is teachers qualifications. There is a shortage of high qualified teachers in Indonesia. Actually, a good teacher can provide a good quality of education, right? So that because of that, we must to solve and manage this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the quality of education in Indonesia actually has been increased in several factors, such as it has begun to be integrated and digitalized. However, there are still a lot of obstacles that we have. The first one is the varied quality of Indonesian education. Even though there has been improvements, the quality of Indonesians' education is still various. Many schools in Indonesia may have limited access, limited facilities, and also limited for achieving adequate educational facilities. And the second one is readiness to face global challenges. In this globalization era, education must create graduates who are ready to compete internationally. Graduates must have a good ability of digital literacy, critical thinking, and also a good problem solving that needed in the world of work. And the last one is the readiness to face Industrial Revolution 4.0. As we know, we are already entering the Industrial Revolution 4.0, right? And because of that, we have to prepare ourselves and our generation to be ready to entering this era or Industrial Revolution 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, even though there are still a lot of obstacles that we have, actually, the Indonesian government has been making steady progress to raising a high quality of Indonesians' education. Continuous efforts are needed to overcome these challenges and to raising a high quality of Indonesians' education. Ladies and gentlemen, in this session, we're going to discuss about young generation's role to developing a high quality of Indonesians' education. Actually, young generation has a crucial role in this problem. There are a lot of things that we can do to overcome these problems. Through social media, social campaign, and also public events, young generation can become an agent maker by raising public awareness of the value of the education itself. Positive change is possible if young generation actively participate of this movement and actively participate to solve this problem. And through active participation of young generation itself, young generation can help ensure that every children in Indonesia has access to quality of education. I am Amalia Ramadhani Putri. Thank you very much.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Amel, for such what is it? Eye-opening, probably, yeah, topic on education in Indonesia. Now let's move on to our next speaker, Mr. Abian. We are going to hear some tips, yeah, on financial. All right, time is yours.
Thank you, Miss. So, good morning, everyone, and good morning, Miss. I stand before you here not as an expert, but as a fellow peers who has navigated the often treacherous water of college finance. And I'm here to give you some tips, some lesson learned, and of course, some motivational word to help you along your journey. And I want you to raise your hand that if you agree that college time is an exciting time in your life. No one? I mean, like, okay, Miss Alfe and Miss Devi, and Miss Alfie. I'm sorry, and some of you, right? And I do believe too that college time is an exciting time. At least in the PPSMB time, it's filled with new experience, new friends, and new knowledge. But it's also the first time we face our own financial challenges, as like tuition, textbook, rent, groceries, the list goes on. And it can feel overwhelming, like you're constantly tethering at the edge of a financial cliff. But fear not, my friend, you're not alone in this journey. I mean, we've all been there. scratching our heads, trying to make our ends meet, and wondering. And the truth is, it's not always easy, but let's move together. I'll give you some tips to better manage your finances. So the first one is to get real about your needs. So the first step to financial sanity is to identify your most essential expenses, such as tuition, textbook, groceries, and these are the things that you cannot negotiate on. As for the second one is to track every penny. And I know it sounds tedious. I've been there. It's really, really hard to count every expenses that you make, and it's like a reality check for your wallet. So it is really important, and you might be surprised of how and where your money is going. And you can also realize that there are things that you can easily cut back on. So this is very important, and there are many apps out there to help you with this, with track your expenses. And the third one is to kill the money guzzlers. So once you identified your spending pattern, it's time to identify and eliminate those unnecessary expenses. Are those late night pizza worth your wallet? And then can you even have an alternative, cheaper alternative to your entertainment? And these are the things small things that you could easily cut back on and would make a great big difference in your overall financial health. And for the fourth one, this is my favorite one, which is the account separation. So this one is a game changer, right? So you open a bank account for each purposes. So one for your day-to-day life expenses, one for your college expenses, and one for your saving. And this way, you don't rate your rent money for a pair of shoes that you've been eyeing on or a pair of watch that you've been dying to buy. So your money will be safe, and you have plenty of money for your necessary needed. As for the fifth one is having goals, of course. So having goals is like having a roadmap for your money. Not only short-term goals, like maybe you want to have a pizza at the end of a weekend, and it could be something long-term, like having a spring break trip with your friends at the end of semester. And this way, you'll be motivated to keep tracking, managing, and budgeting your life. As for the last one, of course, learn from the pros. Don't hesitate to tap on the resources available to you from YouTube, Google, all of them. You can use it to learn more about budgeting, investing, and of course, financing. And for my closing statement, as for managing your finance as a college student, it's all about finding that balance between having fun and being financially responsible. And it's about making informed choices, prioritizing your needs, and setting achievable goals. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are plenty of resources available to you to help you along the way. So take charge of your money, spend wisely, and enjoy your time in college without breaking the bank. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, what do you think? Doable tips? Let's see, yeah. All right, next, moving on to Mr. Eon. Yay! Woo!
Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to do my own self-reflection for today. Everything just like hectic in the morning. It's just only in the morning. Everything is just coming down to me, and suddenly everything just mess it up. I lack of sleep. I need to sleep right now. I don't even know what topic to bring in this morning to you guys. Like, you all did great. All the performers before is doing great. And because of it, I got inspired by you, especially from Mas Lutfi saying, you have to just do it. So what you got, and I'm gonna show what I got right now, even though I don't really know what to talk. Okay, so the topic that I would like to bring to you is about something that we all maybe resonate with as hopeless romantic. It is love. So, so yeah, love can be one of the things that in your life to be one of the most beautiful experience. But as you navigate further from this intricacy of relationships, you'll find at some point there's a risk of losing yourself. Just imagine you fall in love to someone. You devote all of your time, energy into that person. And in the end, the probability of you neglecting your own responsibilities and yourself is higher than before. And it's just coming down to it that you will disrupt your routine and be dependent on that person. And what's going to happen? Yes, you lost what in yours in relationships. You don't even know yours anymore. The work-life balance that you got before, or maybe you still plan to do it, is disrupted. Everything is destroyed, everything is broken. So, in these sessions, the things that I would like to bring to you is the way to transform. You look into yourself and fall in love for you to not be that deeply in love and losing yourself to that person or to your own relationships. So, the first one that I would like to bring to you is about setting boundaries. Why is it matter to set up boundaries between you and your partner? We do know that two persons have different kind of experience, different kind of feelings, importances, their own schedule, and maybe routine. They have the time for themselves, not only for you. You are not that important for that people. So don't think of yourself too highly into that person. Don't assume it. So the things that you can do is just communicate with them about what you want to be, what you want to do, what kind of relationship that you can do with them. And in the end, build a relationship where you can communicate with them and can respect each other's boundaries to not make you lose yourself in your relationships. The second one will be to be mindful to your partners. What do I mean by it? By giving your mindful presence at some point when you are with them. You give them your attention. You make them not worry too much about you and the things around you. And your partner should do the same things. To avoid you getting too deeply into it, you devote your time because you want to gain their interest, because you want to gain their attention, because you always worry, maybe this person will leave me because I don't show them the love that I think they deserve, even though I have my own job or my own businesses. And it comes down to the point where you guys can be really connecting each other even more when you give this kind of attention or mindful presence to the person that you love. And the third one will be the last of my solutions or tips to avoid getting yours lost in relationships. It is recultivating individuality. It is okay for you to be caught up with your own interests, with your own businesses. It is okay. It's not wrong. But in the end, you have to remember that you have your partner. You are not neglecting them, but you also focus on your things. So I want you guys to keep pursue the things that you want to achieve, your dreams, your patience. And when you are facing it, where you are running over your dreams, there will be a lot of stories, and you can share it with your partner, and it will become a topic on its own. So you don't have to try too hard to impress them. You have to, what must Lutfi said, take control over your life, not getting controlled by others. And yeah, that is all from me. And one last quote from me is about let's cherish the beauty of love while staying true to ourselves. Because being loved in love is wonderful, but being lost in ourselves is where the real magic happens. Thank you for all the attention that you give for me. Thank you.
It seems like today we got plenty of life lessons. Yeah. Okay, next move on to Miss Honey, please. Big applause to Honey.
Thank you. Okay. Ooh, it's so nervous, actually. Okay. Hi, all my honorable lecturers and all my friends. Good morning. So, before I go further, I want you guys to take a second to think what was the first word you say after you open your eyes in this morning. Like, yeah, is it make you excited or not in life? Yeah. So, yeah, I just want you to hold on this word because I always like self-talk in every single time until I feel tired. Yeah. The thing that I always say to myself every single morning is, I hope today will be fine. That's like a mantra that stick with me every single day. So maybe you are wondering, or even you those don't believe yet about the power of word. It's okay because I used to do that too in the past of my life until I found the term of LOA, like law of affirmation, where the power of word, yeah, it stayed to be true. Yeah. So, but whether it applied well in life or just passing info, at least give some space to yourself to get like positive affirmation in a day. Like these two example and the implementation. The first is everything will be all right. That's like an important affirmation because it promotes calmness in the situation of uncertainties in a day. With one keynote for it to work as belief, like remove all doubt that appears because to maximize the positive mantra is happen like that. So 3 years ago, I'm in a situation in organization duties which I get like overwhelmed in every single day until every single day I thought like negatively, lot of negatively on that era until I finally found the calmness in the simplicity word of everything will be all right. Like everything will be all right, that the feel is different if you got in the difficult times. By repeating this affirmation in the difficult time, it stayed like reminder that we have a power to come up with that difficult and be stronger in the other side, like that. So the second affirmation is thank you. If you could meet yourself in 10 years old of yourself, what would you say? Perhaps like, sorry, please be strong, and thank you. So you're here. I believe you have like different stories. We born in the same situation, like we bring nothing, but now you're here, sitting here in a big university, meet a lot of people that incredible. you have to have that kind of stories. Yeah. Perhaps thank you is simple, but it create it express like gratitude in your life. So this affirmation is allow us to appreciate this present moment and bring us to in the recognize the potential growth in our future success. So before I go to the end, I want to quote one scene from the film movie Budi Pekerti, which show that three different plan with three different treatment. The first is positive affirmation, and the second is negative affirmation, and the third one is any of affirmation. And showed that the first plan, which have positive word, is grew better than the other plan. Just be aware about that, because we part of the nature, we same as a creatures, yeah. So please be aware of what you say to yourself. So maybe you've got a lot of things you tired, but I know, but that's an opportunity to be stronger than yesterday. As long as we commit, we stay okay, everything will be all right. Thank you.
Good job. All right, another life lesson. Yeah. Next, Miss Nisrina. Oh yeah. Yay! Another applause. All right.
Have you ever thought about how embracing imperfection can lead not only happiness, but success and mastery? Have you ever considered that perfection or striving for perfection can lead to failure? Well, I'm here to challenge the particular belief about perfection is good, when more often it is not. All over our lives have been obsessed at being perfect. Even if you don't consider yourself as a perfectionist, you might have the traits of perfectionist. For example, you might tend to procrastinate out of fear of not doing the assignments or anything you're doing perfectly. You also might compare yourself to others, or you can accept failures. All of these traits are all of these are people who can accept flaws and imperfection. They don't realize that imperfection can be acceptable and even required to achieve growth. Let me tell you why striving for perfection can be bad. So first, perfectionists tend to obsess over unimportant details rather than solving bigger problems. Let me take example from my own experience when I studied for a college entrance exam or UTBK. So when I studied for it, I spent so much hours to trying to understand everything about the material that has given to me. I was obsessed at trying to understand everything and sacrificing time and energy to rather than practicing more problems. So this took away my time and energy to better spend for practicing more problems. Second, they avoid challenges and unfamiliar tasks that could lead to failure. So my obsession about uh, trying to understand everything was probably because I was so uh, too afraid of facing unfamiliar tasks, or I was afraid of getting imperfect results. So I was trying to understand everything before processing problems. So in reality, I just wasting my time. Third, the perfectionists, they harshly criticize themselves for mistakes instead of learning from them. So perfectionism actually reinforces a fear of failure and staying at your comfort zones, because uh, they they're not comfortable at being challenged. They are not comfortable at being uncomfortable. So more often than not, it is our willingness to embrace imperfection that allow us to grow and develop new skills and achieve at high levels over the long run. So let me tell you an example of how embracing imperfection can allow us to achieve great things in life. Extensive research shows that embracing imperfection fuels more success than relentless striving for perfection. In a study of the most influential architects in America, it turned out that they were mostly average students. The great architects are typically finish college with just B average. So the straight A students are no better than these average students. The buildings that they are built are not as great as these average students. So because imperfectionism leaves room for growth. Second example I take from an architect from Japan. So he built the strongest anti-earthquake buildings and receives many awards from it because he knows which imperfection in the buildings that are acceptable. So he compromises on the aspect like comfort so that he can prioritize the design and the durability of the buildings. So the more you grow, the better you know which flaws are acceptable. So now I have seen the beauty of imperfection. You have seen the beauty of imperfection. I would not compare myself to others. I would not compare my progress to others. I would compare myself to what I was yesterday. So I would celebrate a 3 out of 10 score or result, or maybe even 0 out of 10 score, and see little progress day by day. So allow yourself to be imperfect, allow yourself to be stupid, an absolute idiot, so that you can grow and be who you are and who you want to be. I'm Nisrina Aulia. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, see, another life lesson. I like this one. Yeah, make a room for yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to make mistakes. That's where you learn. But make sure you have someone to guide you. Yeah, to tell you where you need to improve. Okay. All right. Next, let's move on again to Miss Kintara. All right, the stage is yours.
Okay, so hello everyone.
before we start, maybe I want to ask you some question. Have you ever felt like a little guilty for taking a break? It's like you feel uncomfortable when you decide to relax or doing nothing or go to bed early at 10 p.m. And now let's do a quick survey. How many of you feel that compensation of stress or overwhelming pressure? And keep those hands up if you have been able to get a good night's sleep. Okay, maybe we all agree to share our experience together. Today, let's talk about something we all do, might not appreciate enough. We call it sleep. And how sleep can be our secret weapon against stress. Okay, I understand that stress may be that's like an uncomfortable feeling that stay longer in our mind. But what if I tell you that good night's sleep could be the game changer we're all looking for? Now let's discuss at least 5 points how sleep can be beneficial for us. Okay, first picture sleep could be a superhero power. Sleep step into balance our stress hormones and regulate this brain chemical that influence how we feel. It feels like the behind the scene hero that makes sure our body and our mind in an excellent condition. But let's not stop there. Second, think about how sleep can boost our thinking skill. Picture a world that you can remember things easily, solve problems effortlessly, and make decisions without feeling completely drained. That's the amazing impact of good night's sleep at work. Third, consider how well rest can make your memory a trusted friend. With the refreshing power of sleep, you gain the ability to vividly remember detail, make your mind sharper and more focused. Moreover, think about facing complicated problems with a new phone is. The clarity of thoughts that comes from a good night's sleep allows you to approach problem solving with a fresh perspective, breaking down the complex issue into the manageable solution. And last, let's not forget about the decision making. Sometimes when we want to decide something, it feels like we run a marathon without a proper test. Picture a scenario where choices are made with a clear mind and a heightened sense of awareness. Basically, a good night's sleep is more than just a physical rest. It creates a mental sanctuary where memory, problem solving, and decision making effortlessly blend. So let's recognize the amazing impact sleep as it works. Thank you.
Okay. Who got enough sleep lately? Only one, yeah. So we're on the same boat. Don't worry, we're on this together, yeah. Next we have Miss Fia. All right. Another applause, please. The stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to talk about a skill that often goes unnoticed but plays a crucial role in our personal and professional lives. Can you guess what skill is that? Exactly. This is the art of listening. Imagine a world where everyone is talking but no one is really listening. It's like a book without a reader. Listening is the key to understand communications and connections. So, why listening is important? Let me paint you a picture. Have you ever felt that someone doesn't really pay attention to you? Okay, what do you feel? It's kind of annoying, right? And disrespectful. In other hand, being truly listens can make me feel valued, respected, and understood. The great news is that listening is a skill that could be practiced and we can be better at. So that's why I'm here to share some tips how to be a better listener. The first step is stay in the moment. In the world buzzing with notifications, it's very easy to us to get distracted. So, if you want to really listen, let listenings be your only activity. Don't be multitask. Turn off your phone, close your laptops, and give your speaker full and undivided attention. The second one is body language. Being a good listener involves more than just using our ears, but also our body language. Maintaining eye contact, nod in agreement, and smile could convey that you're not just listen to them, but you really engage with their message. The third one is empathy. Listening is about being present. It's not only being quiet. If you want to listen to someone, please use your empathy, which means that put yourself on their shoes. Try to see the world in their perspective so you can feel what they really feel when they share the story. And the last one is look for the feeling words. Behind all the stories people usually tell to us, there are some things called feelings. When we could share our feelings and be listened, we could feel heard and seen. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember that listening is not just a passive act, but it is an active and transformative skill. By putting away distractions, using positive body language, we can be more than just a good listener, but also a hero to save someone who is suffering. Because what nowadays people really need is a listener. One thing we can do to save anybody's suffering is by fully accept them and listen to them. Don't give advice if they don't ask to. Also, don't comparing their problems with yours. Or Jakartan people usually said, "Lu mah mending lah gua." Don't say that. Just listen. What people need is just listen to be listened with full empathy, which means that you full paying attention and feel what they feel. People usually go to therapists to get advice. Good therapists don't do that. Good therapist just listens. So after this, are you ready to be better listener? If there is some friends come to you and need a listener? All right, good job, guys. So to truly listen is to be present without judgment, to hear not only the word but also see the emotions behind them. Thanks for your great attention. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Via. Now we got two more performers for today. Please, Miss Jessie. All right, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Miss. So, does music improve focus? This has been a This has been a point of curiosity for many people. Music, especially favorite song, can trigger our memory in various ways. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, "the song is stuck in my head." This phrase is demonstrating that music is easily ingrained in our memory. So today I would like to discuss a fascinating topic that explore intersection of music and learning. For specifically, I will explain how listening music can impact focus and learning mood. So, listening music can help concentrate and improve focus on tasks that require mental effort. This technique can be beneficial while working or studying on a challenging project. Research suggests that certain type of music can improve focus by reducing stress and promoting a more positive mindset. When individual feels good, they are more likely to succeed in the learning new material. Music can also block distraction and create a conducive learning environment that helps staying on task. Research has been shown that certain type of music, particularly instrumental or lyrical music, can improve cognitive performance and boost our ability to retain information. When we listen to songs that resonate with us on a personal level, it triggers a release of dopamine in our brains. A study conducted by the National Center for Biotechnology Information found that classical music improves spatial temporal reasoning skills in the college students. This is because classical music has been shown to increase dopamine levels in the brain, and which helps to improve focus and overall cognitive function. Listening to music can have a calming effect on mind and body. As music improves focus, learning and retaining information is more manageable as stress and anxiety can interfere with the learning process. Research has shown that most students who listen to music while working claim it helps them manage stress and anxiety. And have you ever noticed how a sad song can make you feel reflective? Or how an upbeat music can uplift your spirit? This by intentionally selecting songs that align with our emotion and preference, we can shape our mood and create a more positive learning environment. When we listen to music that resonates with us, it triggers a cascade of emotion that can motivate, inspire, or calm us. These emotions, in turn, affect cognitive performance to our mindset and attitudes towards learning. If we feel motivated and inspired, we are more likely to approach our study with enthusiasm and determination. So, in conclusion, I'd like to say it is important to know that the impact of music and to focus and learning mood may vary different from person to person. Each of us has a unique musical preference and emotional response to different genres and styles. Some of us may find that instrumental music is more conducive to focus, while the other might thrive with the lyrical composition. It is crucial to know, to explore and experience with the various type of music to discover what works best for us individually. Additionally, we must strike a balance between music and task at hand. Complex tasks with deep concentration might benefit with a calm music, while the repetitive one might benefit with a more energetic and upbeat music to boost our motivation. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. Next, we have our last presenters from this class, Gloria. All right, so good luck.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Miss Alfe, for this great opportunity. And good morning, Miss Alfe, my OP, and my dear friend. Today, I stand before you guys as a fellow music lover. Any music lover out here? Yoo-hoo! And yeah, as we already know, music has become an unseparated part of our life. Anywhere, everywhere, we always involve music in our daily life. But did you guys realize that music has a really great impact in our life? Today, I will be sharing with you several benefits of music and how music can change your life. So the first benefit, music has extraordinary power to stimulate our emotion and mood. I believe all of us here have ever experienced bad day, and if you ever in need of emotional boost, try to listen to kind of music you like, and it takes only 15 minutes to get the natural high feelings and the sensation when music makes you fully charged. And this is because your brain releases a dopamine that leads to increase of feeling of happiness, excitement, and also joy. Because it's also happened to me, I can be instantly happy just because YouTube plays random song and I happen to like all of the song. And the second benefit would be music improve memorizing skill. So a study has shown that musician has better memorizing skill, and it also proved that listening to music can also help you learn and recall information. People with memory loss are usually also still remember the lyrics of their favorite song. So doctors use this method to help them regain back their memory. And the next benefit is music increase verbal intelligence. So a study showed that children who attend music lesson after only a month of music training, they increase verbal intelligence because music training has these transfer effects that help children's ability, that help increase children's ability to comprehend words, and they can finally try to explain what they going to say. And the next benefit is music decrease stress while increasing overall health. Music can directly affect your hormone, and listening to music can decrease the level of cortisol hormone in your body and minimizing the effect of stress. it can be considered as natural antidepressant. And the lower level of stress means the higher chance of overall health. And the last but not least, music helps people to survive. According to the researcher, music has something to do with survival. So there's a case with premature babies who were born 3 months early with unstable condition. With the help of sophisticated medical tools, a doctor tried to conduct a music therapy, and they also used the simpler method, which is they just sing to the babies, for the babies, and it turns out it helped improve their blood circulation, which result in brain development. And as we already know, many people out there survive their tough time, or maybe even their depression and stress, just because they have music to color their days. And so let me make it simple. If you happen to get stuck on bad day, or maybe you want to start your day with good mood, or you need to regain back your spirit in the middle of the day, or maybe you need to stay awake to catch up with deadlines, believe me, music can solve your problems. So use music as a tool to improve your life, or even a weapon to fight stress and depression, or simply just as a sweetener to color your days. Well, it works for most people, and now it's your turn. Okay, before we end my marketing session about music, let me share you guys a quote. Music can heal the wounds which medicine cannot touch. Trust me, it works. I'm Gloria Yangtias. Thank you for your great attention.
Okay, that's all. Congratulations, everyone. You did great. Yeah, thank you very much for your hard work this semester. Do you still have any other final? Unfortunately, yeah, it's not end yet, but it's about to end. Trust me, it will end. All right, so I think that's all. Thank you very much for being with me in this whole semester. And speaking class, PPS, yeah, and then also the other class. Good luck with the rest of your finals. I'll see you when I see you. Happy holiday. Yay! Take picture dong, Mbak Ovi. Take picture, take picture. Ah! Mau di mana? Mau dari saya yang ke situ atau teman-teman yang ke depan? Ke depan. Oke. Okay. Alright, alright. Itu mungkin di